Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Live. Hopefully you can hear me and see me. I'll wait a few moments before I get into it, let people hop on. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Julie. Yes, there's two of us on camera. Surprise! Hi, Shelley. Good evening. Hello, Michelle. All right. Welcome to Monday Night Live. It is a Monday Night Live takeover with me. I am taking it over, and it also happens to be the last Monday Night Live of 2024. So we're going to round the year off with, you guessed it, more wax seals. Yay, because you guys all loved the last one. So thank you, thank you. You're the reason why I am back. All right. So before I get going, we are going to have a giveaway tonight. And the giveaway is going to be another pack of my pre-made wax seals. These are the mushroom ones that I posted recently, and they flew off the shelf. So thank you to everyone who bought a pack of these, but I do have the purple ones up for tonight's giveaway. I'll maybe show them a little bit better when I switch to the overhead camera. But in order to be eligible for the giveaway, yes, Shelly, we did. It was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Sorry, squirrel. So to be eligible for our giveaway, you are here watching, which is great, but you have to comment. Just have to comment once. And all it takes is one. The more you comment, doesn't matter. It only takes one comment into account. So if you're here, just say hi, say something, and then you will be eligible into our giveaway tool, which is collecting those comments. And then at the end, we will use the giveaway tool, and it will randomly pick one of you lucky people to win a pack of my pre-made wax seals. So what are we doing tonight? We are kind of doing little, I guess, back to basics. I am going to be focusing on color mixing, doing a marbled effect with your wax seals, and then at the end, I am also going to be showing you how to use gilding flakes, incorporating gilding flakes into your wax seals. Also wanted to remind you that the Cyber Monday deals are still going on our online store right now. Those are live until 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time tonight, and it's 33% off Spellbinders, which is fantastic because I am using a lot of Spellbinders products tonight. And I did make sure that the stuff that I'm using is in stock, so or at least it was as of half an hour ago. So, but 33% off Spellbinders. Yes, he is trolling the group. Yes, he is. He's you know what? I think he's got the zoomies. We'll call it Glenn zoomies. He tends to get those a lot. Glenn zoomies. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna switch to the overhead camera, and we are just gonna go ahead and get her going. There we go. I'll straighten that out a little bit. Oops, wrong way. Okay, so I do have a couple of things set up here. I do have my candle, my candle wax warmer, but I also, just off camera, I do have an electric warmer. So I do have both going. I just can't fit both in the camera view, but I do have an electric warmer as well. So that is an option if you're not comfortable with open flame. They do have electric warmers. I just got this one off of Amazon, but we do have these guys here at the store. I do have some samples here to show you. So I've got some gilding flake seals here. I'll show you how to do that at the very end. But I am going to be showing you how to create this marbled effect as well, which is really nice. And then I'm also going to show you how you can create your own colors. So these 3 that I've made here, these are not wax beads that I own. These colors came out of mixing different beads. And it's super easy and it's super fun. So we are gonna have a nice relaxing night of that. And I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so we're gonna start off melting down some wax. So to start off, I am going to put in 4 of these really gorgeous dark blue beads. These are the Spellbinders ink wax beads. I just started using these not too long ago. I kind of was sleeping on them. I wasn't a fan of the color, and then I decided to buy a pack, and I am so glad I did because it's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I'm going to go ahead and start melting that down. Let's see. I think to start things off, I am going to use this stamp. So this is one of the newer Spellbinders stamps. This is the Fern Leaf. I think we had one left in stock as a half an hour ago. So it's a really great one though. Been using it quite a bit lately. And it's super simple. And actually, while we're waiting for that wax mat, I'll show you. I've used it on the front of a card here. So I actually created this seal with crystal clear hot glue wax, which I showed on my last Monday Night Live takeover, how to do that. So I put that clear, crystal clear glue over top of some Spellbinders paper from the Woodlands collection, cut it out, and then I use the wax, or the seal, what was it called? The seal die? Seal twine die, that's right, to cut out of that same paper to get that effect, and then put the wax seal over top. So wax seals are not just for your envelopes, you can use them on card fronts. Okay, this is starting to melt down, so I'm just going to bring over my, this is one of the Tim Holtz pokey tools. I like to use it to mix my wax, just as it warms up. I am also going to be using tonight my circle wax seal shaper. This is from Studio Light. Where did you get the crystal clear glue sticks? I got them just off of Amazon, but I'm sure you can find them at Walmart as well. You want to make sure that they are the low heat kind. If you get ones that are too high heat, they are not going to melt very well, and you're going to be waiting for frickin' ever to get it to melt. So you want to make sure it's either they call it an all heat, so low temp, high temp, medium temp, or you just want a low temp, which means that it melts at a lower temperature. Yes, it's a leaf, not a feather. Oh yes, see, Julie found them at Walmart. There you go. All right, so that blue wax is melted down, so we're just going to go ahead and pour that. And stamp. Now when stamping, I find holding your stamp lower on the handle gives you a bit more control in how much pressure you are adding. You don't want to press too hard, otherwise it's going to make the wax too thin, and you're either going to get a wax seal that you can kind of see through, or it's going to tear, which you don't want. And I am leaving that blue wax in there. We are going to use that extra. So while this is setting, I'm going to go ahead and add more wax to this. So what I want to do is I want to make it lighter. So I'm going to be creating a gradient over the next few seals just by adding lighter color beads. So I've added in a couple of light blue, which is, I think this is the pistachio beads from Spellbinders, and then I'm just adding in a white bead as well. So usually once I'm going and already have some wax in there, I'll add 3 beads at a time. But I started off with, I think 4 is what I started out with. All right, this should be all good. Ooh, very nice. Now you can kind of see there, it's really dark, but that fern leaf is in there. So I'm now going to take my gold pen, and we're just going to brush over top to make it stand out. Like so. And that's ready to go. So I'll set that off to the side for now and give this now a stir. Actually, instead of mixing this all together, I am going to, I think I'm going to do a marble effect actually, because I love these colors for marbling. How many beads in total do you find is ideal for a seal? 4 to 5. 4 is usually good, but 5 depending on if you're using a shaper. Like this shaper is about 4 to 5. I have another shaper that usually takes a bit more. But yeah, 4 to 5. Yeah, it's silicone mat is what I'm using. I also will use my Tim Holtz glass media mat as well, just because it cools the wax down pretty quickly. But I will also have a silicone mat on hand. All right, so now you can see those colors have melted. Look how pretty that is. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a stir. I don't want to completely mix it. I want to go for a marbled effect. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a stir just to kind of mix it, but not fully mix it. And then we are going to just go ahead and pour. And you can drizzle a little bit, get different patterns depending on how you pour. Oh, I love that. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp. That's going to be pretty. And look what's left in there. Oh, it's so pretty. Having trouble focusing, but that's pretty. All right, and just continuing along. While that's setting, I'm just going to keep adding more beads. I am going to now, I will mix these now. Mix it completely. But honestly, once I get going, it's so addictive. It's hard to stop. It really is. And when you're mixing colors and you just don't know what you're going to get, and 1 wax or 2 wax seals are never the same. So it's a lot of fun. I hope everyone's having a very, very good evening. It was actually nice and warm today for once, which was very nice. Does everyone have their Christmas shopping done? I didn't think I did, but then I realized I was more ahead of the game than I thought I was, so that was a pleasant surprise. I'm a bit of a procrastinator. Right. I'm gonna start mixing this. Most of it. Good. All right, that's almost ready. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. And I can either leave this as is, or I can do the gold pen, which I'm going to, because why not? Ooh, yay, Gail, yay! it was quite the Chinook. Well, that's okay, Monica. We're just getting started. Okay, so let's see. While that's doing stuff, I'm going to start melting this in my other the other warmer just to keep things moving. All right, give this another quick stir. Make sure those colors are really mixed in together. There we go. And then I'm just going to keep lightening that color up. Oh, thank you, Michelle. So you can't see it, but off camera in my other warmer, I'm actually melting down some black beads because I'm going to show you how to make some gorgeous gray tones. Because with the wax beads, I see a lot of silver beads, but I haven't really come across a nice just gray color. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So there you go. So this blue was made using that dark blue, a teal color, and some white. Love it. All right, let's see. Switch up the stamps here. Sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and pour that black. I love using black as a straight wax. I think it's very, you don't see a lot of just straight black wax seals, but I love using it. Well, that's off camera. See, I think for this one here, I just used liquid glue, mainly because the back of that was paper. But I also use the Spellbinders wax seal adhesives. So that's just a circle double-sided adhesive that you can put on the back of the wax seal. So you can see how that one's melting now. Go ahead and give that another stir. Actually, this one will be a nice marbled one too, so I'm not going to stir that completely. Sorry, I didn't use enough wax for that one. It was a bigger stamp, and I didn't have enough wax beads. I used 4. I probably should have used 5. Oh, but yes, I can melt it down again, which is great. So even if you mess up, it's okay because you can remelt the wax and just try again. Super pretty. Yes, the marble wax is a lot of fun. Oops. Just going to give this a clean because I want to switch to a different color. So I'm using, these are the Spellbinders craft spoons. So I use that to clean out my my spoons now, which is great. It works amazing. And then I just take some paper towel and get out the rest of the bits. And then this stuff that I've poured out, I will keep that and I will use it later. I will put it in my bag of scraps. All right, so off camera, I've been melting some black and white, which reminds me of cows. Looks like it could be a cow wax seal, but I am going to mix this because I want to make a nice gray color. if you're into the wax seals, I really, really encourage you to do some color mixing and see what you get, because it really opens up a whole new world with your wax seals, because you can make some pretty fantastic colors with just a few of your beads. All right, so there's another marbled seal. I ended up using the this is the square, just the flat square seal, and I will be using these again later on with the gilding flakes. Right. These scraps out of the way, and then we'll bring in that gray. All right.
Well, it's almost the same color from that.
I know. Look at that. That's weird. I couldn't have planned that anymore if I wanted to. What do you mean? What wax? I didn't pour any wax. What are you talking about? All right, so I am going to leave that in there again. I'll move it over here now. I'm going to add more white to it. Get a lighter gray. I'm really been enjoying creating the gray color lately. I don't know what it is about it, but I just think it's so pretty. Should be good. Yes. That's so pretty. And because I can't help myself, I will come in and do the gold accents with my gold pen. Yeah, I'll leave the mushrooms gray. Are you just using them on envelopes or other things? I primarily use them on the backs of envelopes, or I'll include them as like a little gift in with a card, but you can use them on card fronts, like so. And like so. So they do make great embellishments for your cards. Oops. Paint pen, yes, it is. It's it's the Deco Color paint pen. So we do sell these. We have, I don't know what's currently in stock, but they come in gold, silver, rose gold, and bronze. I don't have my rose gold here, but I do have the gold, silver, and bronze. But it's
silver and copper is what we have.
Oh, copper, sorry. We have gold, silver, and copper in stock. But I do really like these. They are an oil-based pen. So once you have added it to your wax seal, it does take a little bit for it to dry. All right, this is ready. So this is probably going to end up being pretty light. Oh yes, thank you, Gail. Yeah, these cards are great. I don't know if Heather or you made both of.
Yeah, I did.
You did. All right, I'm just gonna let that. Oh, my candle is. That's why it's not melting that fast. My candle's going out. All right, you know what? We're abandoning that because I don't have time to fiddle with that. So we are going to bring in the electric warmer. Another thing too is ambient room temperature does make a difference with how your wax cools or heats up. I am finding this room is a bit cooler than what I'm used to. So I'm just trying to adjust accordingly. If you didn't mix it, would it be a mottled effect? Yes. So it would be more like, I'll do it with the next mix, but it would be more like a marbled kind of look to it. But yeah, if I like don't mix it at all, let's try that. If I don't mix it, like don't mix it at all, let's see what we get. Let's see, what color should I do? It's too many beads to choose from. Let's go with this one. I think this one might be called Sky Blue, but don't hold me to that. That's totally fair, Jennifer. It's definitely one of those things that you just want to sit for like an afternoon for a few hours and just make them. You don't just want to pull everything out just to do like one or two. So again, I didn't use enough wax for that big stamp. But that's okay, because you know what, actually. I bring my... Do you have your snips? So what I can do is I can cut around this. I could melt it down and just reuse it, but I could also just cut around. And then I can place this back in the stamp and do a layered seal, which, you know what, I should be able to do. So I'll save that for a little bit. It'll be like a little bonus. Yeah, it does. It looked like a crescent moon. Okay, so let's see that. So this is gray with some of like a light blue in it. So we're just gonna pour that. The gray kind of gets washed out a little bit. Right, I keep forgetting that. I'm using this Spellbinder's mushroom stamp and it does not fit in the shaper. It's too big. Okay, we're gonna clean this out now. Move on to something else. Let's do some different color. Ba-dum. How about some pinks? This is the Spellbinder's Coral mix, which is really, really pretty. Ah, okay. No, that didn't work out very well. The blue takes over the gray. But that's okay. It's still a nice stamp. But while that pink is melting, I am going to. I wasn't planning on doing this, but it'll be a little bit of a bonus. What is my most used wax seal? That's a very good question. I do enjoy this mushroom one quite a bit. I have used this one a lot. Actually, the one, I think we're currently sold out of it right now, but this floral one, I use that one a lot. It's really nice to stamp, but it's also really great for the scrape and stamp technique. And I believe this is the one that I used on the last Monday Night Live, so you have to go back and watch that one. But yeah, I really like that one. So while my pink is warming up, I'm just going to add in one more bead there. I've placed that gray mushroom one, my little bit of a fail that I cut out, and put it back in the stamp. My stamp was still warm, so it should, yeah, it's stuck in there. So once my pink is melted, I am going to stamp this into it, and it'll be a two-tone wax seal, which I have demonstrated before. Happy accident. Wasn't planning to do it, but here we are. Thank you, Carrie. Warm that up a bit more. Oh, no, it's okay. We're fine. Actually, no, sure. When, yeah. Sorry, changed my mind. Go ahead and put that in. Ooh, I think that's going to be pretty. There we go. Get the candle going again. Oh no, you know.
What the heck?
It's not lighting. It's normally not this difficult. But of course, whenever I'm like demonstrating, something always has to go wrong. So either I'm setting something on fire or the candle won't light, apparently. So one end of the spectrum to the other. But this normally does not happen. You know what? It's fine. We'll just, the candle is out. We'll just use the electric warmer. It's fine. The electric warmer is just fine. Is it a trick candle? You know what? It might be. It might be. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So there you go. Oh, yay. I'm fired. Oh, no. It is cool in the room, actually. Oh, I guess it's not too cool, though. Now my pen is running out. Oh my gosh, it's all falling apart, you guys. It's all falling apart. Yes, pink and gray is an awesome combination. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. There you go. Very nice. Unexpected. Done. Okay, so I still have, let's switch back to the candle. I have that pink in there. Let's just do something crazy and add in, oh, I just opened that upside down. I did that last time. Okay, well, I'm gonna add in some brown. And we're just gonna So I added two kind of like coppery colors, and then I am going to add in, this is like a dark brown. And another color I like using is the brown, actually. It's very, very nice. We are going to take the mushrooms off, and let's see what we use. Let's go back to the pumpkins. We'll use the pumpkin trio. And then once we've done this, I will show you how to use gilding flakes. with your wax seals. Can you add glitter? You can. I've actually experimented with mica powder. The only reason why I'm not doing it on the live is it just doesn't translate well to the camera. It's pretty subtle, but you can add glitter. You can add mica to your wax. Absolutely, you can. And it just creates like a gorgeous shimmer to the wax. Some of the wax already comes with a shimmer, but you can still add more shimmer because why not? All right, let's see what we get. Ooh. So we've got some pinks going, we've got some copper, and we've also got like this deep, I don't know if it's like a brown or brownie red or what it is, but we're going with it. And I'm not mixing it all the way. I'm going to leave some sort of marbled effect in there. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty. Oops. I keep pulling in my wax shaper, forgetting that it doesn't, it's too small for these, some of these stamps. I'm going to leave that in there, and then I'll start showing some gilding flake stuff. There you go. Still not perfect, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Imperfect wax seals, I think, are kind of some of my favorites. They don't have to be perfect. That turned out really pretty. I'll post pictures of these in the inspiration group because I know the camera doesn't really pick up all that detail as well as seeing it in person or in a picture. I find with these oval ones, when you're pouring, trying to do your pour in an oval shape, if that makes sense. I'll show it when I pour this. I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, I'll do that, and then we'll do gilding flakes. Yes, perfectly imperfect. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, I really encourage you to, if you are into the whole wax seal thing and you have different colored beads, just mixing and seeing what you get. So I've added in 3 candy apple red beads to this now. So we'll see what we get. The candy apple might take it over, but it'll still pull some of those pinks. Oh, which it totally did. This is really, really pretty, actually. And before I do that, I'm actually going to switch over to the poinsettia, which is another one of those big oval ones. Okay, so when I'm working with these, I try and pour an oval shape. So I'm kind of just adding the wax to the perimeter, trying. So when you just pour straight, you definitely get more of the circle, but spreading it out yourself really helps with that oval shape. Yes, candy apple is probably one of my favorite colors. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Yes, it really is a lot of fun. It really, really is. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going with that, and we will get into gilding flakes. Another bead that I really, really like having on hand are these opal beads. They're really pretty on their own, but adding them to other colors kind of gives it this, well, it gives it an opal finish, but it's just gorgeous. So you'll see what I mean. It's really hard to describe. All right, so that should be done now. There you go. I wish the color came through because it just looks different on camera than it does in person. But again, I will take pictures of these and put them in the inspiration group. I'm just gonna highlight the greenery with the gold pen, and I put it in the middle of the poinsettia, but I've left the poinsettia petals that really pretty red color. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer and Jennifer. And Carolyn, thank you so much. Okay, so now we are going to use gilding flakes. If you've ever used gilding flakes, you might be, oh no, because if you know, you know. If you know, you know with gilding flakes, they can be a bit of a hot mess. So you make sure you don't breathe too hard, you don't sneeze when you open up the jar because they will go everywhere. But when it comes to wax seals, I'm actually going to remove that for a second until I'm ready. I've tried a few different things with gilding flakes on how to apply them because it can be a little bit tricky. So very first thing I did is I used tweezers, and then I used the tweezers and dropped it in the spoon before pouring. Yes, just don't breathe, easy peasy. But I found when I put the gilding flakes in the spoon first and then pour, they got lost. They kind of got mixed in with the wax and you couldn't see them. So then I used the tweezers to put them on the wax after I've poured it. But then I was having issues with them sticking to my tweezers and I wasn't getting the placement that I wanted. So then I resorted to just using my fingers to place the gilding flakes on the wax after I've poured it. But again, same issue. I have really warm hands, so they just kind of stuck to my fingers. So I then found the best way that I found anyway, is actually sticking the gilding flakes to my stamp first. And I want to make sure that this is on your nose. Yeah. When I was practicing with this the other day, it was kind of all over me and all over my surface, and I just couldn't get it. And my Kevin, my boyfriend, he despises glitter. So he might be finding little pieces of gilding flakes around the condo. Sorry. Okay, so I'm just warming this up a little bit with my electric warmer and my hand, because I am going to stick the gilding flakes to the stamp. So, ooh, the jar is open, and things are flying out of it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to take, and of course, are you just not going to, oh, there we go. Maybe I don't have the stamp warm enough yet, but I am just going to take the gilding flakes and press them on to the stamp. Yes, exactly, Julie. Exactly. Specifically, a short-haired dog that sheds, that the fur gets all woven into your leggings. Yeah. Off again. Sorry, my timing is all off. I swear this was working at home a lot better than it is now.
Can you dip it into the jar with it?
Oh, maybe. Nope. I think it's just not warm enough. Hold on. So when I was doing this at home, I was using a stamp that I've already stamped a number of times, and it was warm. And now I'm trying to do it on one that I haven't used yet, and it's cold. There we go. That's sticking a bit better now. Okay, so now that my seal is a bit more warm, I'm just going to take pieces of
Can you use tweezers?
We'll start with that. I did try pouncing into the jar, but it wouldn't stick. So we'll start with that. I think it's just because my hands are sweaty. My hands were not sweaty at home when I was doing this. It is cool though once you get it going. All right, I'm gonna give this a stir. So I've added in that opal wax with this candy apple red, and it's almost got like this, like you can still see the candy apple red, but it's almost kind of purpley now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour that. Stamp that. And we'll try this again. Adding in some dark pink now. Trying to stay in the color family. Thank you, Heather. Try the tweezers again. I tried tweezers at home, but yes, exactly, Crystal. Peel that away. There you go. So now that's stuck on there. And I've used the plain stamp just to kind of show you. I will use a one with an actual image on it. But you can definitely use gilding flakes. And they are very lovely, and they add just an extra touch. So now I'm going to switch to, I'm switching back to the fern. We're going to add, actually, you know what, this might be easier because I have an image to press into so it catches. So I'm just pressing, ooh, don't use P words with gilding flakes. Pressing and rubbing, getting it really into that, getting it into that image. I kicked out my yeah, I don't know if I really use gilding flakes for anything else, because pulling them out, it's just like because once you're there, you're kind of committed. You're committed to the chaos. There we go. And we'll probably let's do one more. Just add in some weight. gosh. No, hold on. I picked it up too soon. Yes, Monica, they are very addicting. They are very, very addicting. I don't even know how many wax seals at this point. I make them more than I actually use them, which is a little bit of a problem. But they're so fun to make, and it's very relaxing, and it's something that's very easy to do, especially in the winter time. I don't necessarily do it as much in the summer, but you've got a blizzard outside, you don't have to go anywhere, so you just are all cozy and pull out your wax seal set, and it's just fun. Ooh, there we go. So I've added in some white to that pink mix, so we're gonna actually leave that marbled. And this is now set. There you go. So you can see the gilding flake in that image. I don't know what you call it. I don't know. It's not really just like a distressed look. I don't know. It just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's just different. Okay. Pull that off. We'll do that one more time. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, that's so awesome, Patricia. It's fun and easy. All right, so let's see. There we go. I have some stray bits over here. That's okay. I'm going to leave that. I like that. Let's try and pick up some of these scraps off of. There we go. Warm that back up a little bit. One thing, just another tip, you'll know your wax is too hot, and yes, it can get too hot when it starts to bubble. So then I'll just take it off, let it cool before I pour it. If your wax is too hot and you go to stamp, you might have a hard time getting the wax out of the stamp, and it'll cause tearing. So you can get the wax too hot. That is a thing. There we go. And stamp that. But as you can see, over the course of an hour, how easy it is to get a little bit of a collection going. And like I'll sit for hours, and like the time just flies when you're doing this. So it's very easy to end up with dozens upon dozens of wax seals. And there's so many great videos out there, so many different techniques, so many different creators. So I do encourage you to go to Instagram, go to YouTube, because there really is a lot out there. There's another technique that I haven't tried yet, but I am going to be trying. It's called the smoke technique, where you actually take your stamp and either have a lighter hold the flame to it or hold it over your candle, and it creates this layer of soot on your wax, and then you stamp that into white wax, and it's this really cool smoky effect. So that's my next experiment, is trying that, and you can best be sure that I'll be posting that in the inspiration group when I do. Yeah, I've seen those too. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried that type of wax, but as far as I can tell, it really is no different. it does seem like there's a lot less cleanup because you don't have to do this. And you seem to have a lot more control with the amount that you're pouring. But I think it's probably really great if you're doing any mass producing or, if you sell wax seals. I know there's small businesses that will sell wax seals for like wedding invitations and all of that. Yay, Jennifer, that's awesome. So yeah, the wax sticks that go through a glue gun, I think it's a great option, especially if you're doing it a lot. Okay, so let's see, this is now done. Thank you, Carrie. It's definitely, I wouldn't say I've perfected it, but I now have a lot of these under my belt. So there you go. Gilding flakes and wax seals just adds that extra elegance to them, I think. Super, super pretty. Okay, am I forgetting anything?
The giveaway.
Aside from that, I wasn't on it going on a tangent and then had a squirrel moment.
No.
No? Okay. All right. Let me just blow this out. And let's switch back to the other camera. There we go. So last few seconds here to get in your comments before we do our giveaway. Again, the giveaway is for a set of my wax seals. These are the purple mushrooms. So let's see. Oh.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Let's see who the winner is.
Glenn Chupik can't win.
Glenn Chupik cannot win. Who's gonna win? Deb Mann! Congratulations, Deb. You've won a set of the mushroom wax seals that I've made. So these are the purple ones. These will be coming to you. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. And thank you to all of you again for joining me. This was the last Monday Night Live of 2024, but don't worry, we are doing Monday Night Live in 2025. So you'll just have to join us in January to see what else we have up our sleeves. But thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great night. Bye.